Hi, good evening, all of you guys. Hope all of you can hear me. Yeah, guys, can anyone please confirm? Is I'm audible? Anyone,
Good evening,
guys?
sir.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, guys. So, yeah, guys, just before starting the session, hope all of you are attending from the last couple of classes, guys. Is anybody joined for the today's class, guys? If anybody is there who has been joined for the today's class, if you use our first class, anyone? Anyone is there, guys, who has been joined for the today's class? If this is your first class. Yeah. Okay, I think so. There is no one is there who has been joined new to the today's session actually. So we can just continue our discussion, guys. Fine. Yeah, it's a second class, not a problem. Just it is going to be, you got some idea about what I'm trying to discuss about them. Fine, guys. So let's continue from the last session, guys. So already we have taken a couple of classes. We already has done with some couple of classes actually, guys. So we got some idea about what we are trying to learn in this particular data science course actually, guys. So our main target here is to train the machines. That means we are trying to make our machines to be get trained. Based on the training they received, we have to evaluate. Just like it is going to be, as I told you, in a school and colleges, how we have been got trained as a students, same as it is, the machines has to be gets trained actually, guys. We are going to train the machines. And at the same time, after the training is done, how to make, that means how do you evaluate them? Basically, how do you evaluate them? How effectively the machines has been got learned. So we have to evaluate them actually. So that is a little bit technical aspects of them. So no worries about them. Once again, guys, so the main important things I told you, like we are going to be discussing about machine learning. We are main topics actually, guys, machine learning, deep learning, and we are going to be learning apart from NLPs, and we are going to be learning about some kind of an reinforcement learning actually. So reinforcement learning is a little bit higher level, but ML, DL, NLP, we are going to be completely learn in depth about them actually, guys, completely in depth. It's not like, as I already told you, it's not like an just copy and pasting the code and running them and then just showing the code. Everything from the scratch, everything from the practical only, we are going to be doing this actually, guys. Okay. So anyhow, this is going to be my last demo session, guys. So from the next class, I'm going to start with my regular classes. We are going to start with the Python. Maybe I don't know how many of you have the knowledge about the completed Python classes. If you already completed Python, guys, anybody guys who has already completed your Python classes? Anybody who has already completed Python classes? Is anyone is there, guys? New to Python. Okay, fine. Anybody is there who completely done by who has already done the Python? Okay, you're already working on Python developer. Okay, so yeah, so I think so all of the people are going to be new to the Python. Okay, so I have to start from them. And okay, almost everybody, only I think who is it, Savita, right? Naval Kishore Savita. Okay, so Naval Kishore, is it Naval Kishore, right? Okay. So, okay, so you are already working on Python. So, right, are you working on the towards the data science or Python? Are you learning towards the data science, or are you working on a data science or any data analytics? No. Okay, you are going to be Woody framework. Okay, I think you are not familiar with pandas and numpys, right? Maybe, maybe if you have an idea about, okay, little bit. Okay, fine. Fine, guys. Almost all everyone is going to be new in Python only, guys. So we have to start with the Python. So no problem, guys. Maybe some people, even they already learned Python also. Whatever the Python core, the core Python I'm going to discussing is only just around 12 to 13 sessions we'll discuss actually, guys. So it is completely new to most of them. So you have to learn the Python. So completely we are going to train it actually. After that also, we are going to be learning some modules, some libraries we are going to learn them actually, guys. So mainly we are going to be having the libraries. The prerequisite libraries are going to be, one is going to be the NumPy and the other one is going to be nothing but Pandas. These are the two important libraries which we have to learn it actually, guys. So we are going to learn these particular libraries basically, guys. So this will be adding a little bit time for us. Let's say NumPy is going to be somewhere around 4 to 5 sessions it will take. Pandas is going to be taking some around 10 to 12 sessions it will take it actually, guys. After that, we'll do some kind of a data visualizations by using a libraries like which is going to be a matplotlib. It's a matplotlib actually, guys. It's a matplotlib we are going to be gets working, and we are going to be working with the cbond. So that is going to be takes another 7 to 8 days it will take it. Actually, we are going to take some, guys, plus or one or 2 days it will take it actually. Sometimes depends on that, because there may be some online classes, there may be some technical issues may be there. Sometimes if my net is down, maybe I can't say that, but 7 to 8 days we are going to take it actually. After that, the main course curriculum will start actually, guys. Then the machine learning will start. So basically, to get some ideas, anyhow, from the next class, I'll start with the core Python actually, guys. We are going to start with the core Python. So just some introduction to Python, history about the Python, how the Python has came into the existence, what purpose they will use this. All these things we will be discussing about that. That we'll discuss in the coming next classes, we'll discuss it. So the main discussion here is, as I told you guys, to work with this machine learning, deep learning, or your data science, all these are part of your data science only, guys. So to work with this data science, just an idea, guys. As I told you, you will be using the two languages like Python, and which is going to be nothing but R. These are most popular languages, guys. These are going to be the two popular languages. Most popular languages are Python and R. In some areas, Python is better than the R. In some areas, R is better than the Python actually, guys. But specifically, most of the people don't prefer to learn this R language, guys. Most of the people. So even if I say that R language is going to be easy also, even I teach it even if I teaches also, guys. Even if I teaches that R language also, most of the people attend the classes. They will attend the classes, but they don't concentrate on that particular R. They don't concentrate, they don't practice it. Just they will listen it and they will leave it actually. But it is better, guys. Actually, as you know, that data scientist. So who is going to be an expertise in data science is going to be a data scientist. Normally, we know who is a scientist actually, guys. Scientist means nothing but who knows everything. Scientist is nothing but who learns basically everything from the scratch. Everything he is going to do some research, understands it, and it is going to is going to be he is going to do some kind of a new things, invention of new things, like that. Scientist is always going to be do some kind of a research actually. You should be familiar, you should be understanding about all the areas, whatever the connected areas are there, we have to know them. So it is always better to, if you have an expertise in both Python and R, you will be getting a very high importance in the jobs in perspective of the jobs. So you will be getting a very high preference actually, guys. Really, if you can become an expert in both Python and R also, if you can just show some exposure, some expertise in R, you will be getting a real advantages actually, guys. So it is better to learn actually, guys. It's not only that, we'll also going to teach you some Spark languages. Spark means something like Scala. We are going to work with that. So really what the people gets an ideas here is, once they started, initially, as I told you, initially when they start with the data science course, most of the people thinks that we'll learn like a programming language. No. Actually, in our course curriculum, these are all some add-ons actually, guys, some little bit add-ons. So we are going to teach you the Spark actually, but basically Spark is going to works with basically 4 languages, guys. One is going to be, actually Spark is not a language. First of all, Spark is not a language, guys. Spark is a framework. Spark is going to be framework actually, guys, developed by using a language called as Scala. So most of the people may not be heard about this language called as a Scala, guys. Scala is a very popular language, guys. It may not be used basically for, that means we may not be heard about the Scala that much, but basically as a functional programming, to develop the framework, Scala is very useful actually, guys. Lot of frameworks are developed by using Scala. So main important here is the Spark will work native language by using Scala, but instead of learning Scala separately, we are going to use Python, because Spark can work with Python, as well as it will work with the R, as well as it will work with SQL also, guys. So to handle the Spark framework, we use 4 languages actually, guys. Yeah, it's not like a separate classes, Kishore. It is going to be my classes only. I'm going to teach you. So R language is going to be as part of my course only. Generally, you can't find an R experts. Nobody generally teaches that particular R language separately, because the R language is basically preferable by mathematicians and statisticians. So we, as part of our course curriculum only, we'll be having the R language. So maybe in your course, whatever the course content is there, maybe there you don't have the R language, but as part of our course curriculum, we have the R language actually, guys. That is my course curriculum. That is separate course curriculum I am having. I think I can share you those details also. I think last class also I've shown you. So 7 days we are going to work on the R language, guys. 7 days, 7 sessions we work on that particular R language. Generally, what we are going to do is, being for most of the people, it is not an important. Generally, they don't give the importance to the R language. We don't want to disturb the classes, our regular classes. That's why these R sessions I'm going to conduct like a workshops and Sundays, guys. It is going to be just like I just conduct like a free workshops on Sundays. So I'm going to teach you the classes. Along with that, it's like a workshop. So anybody can join. It's a free workshops actually, guys. Some of the concepts we are going to discuss them in the workshops actually, guys. So workshops is nothing but just like some guidance, because everybody does not get an opportunity to learn the R language. Most of the Python people who are into the data science trainers, they don't teach you the R language, guys. They don't teach you the R language, but I was an expert in R language because I started my data science journey starting with R language only, guys. It's completely, I started my journey of data science with R language. 2 years, I completely worked on R language only initially. I don't have the Python initially actually, guys. But after that, what happened here is people started talking about the Python. Initially, guys, almost initially in 2016, 2017, at that time, we used to work with R language only. After that, the people started using the Python actually for this particular data science course. So then people started saying that we don't require R, we require Python actually. That is the reason I moved to Python actually. But initially I was started my data science journey with the R language only. So I was an expert in R. So no worry, as much if anybody, that means really if you want to get an expertise in R also, I can conduct some workshops separately to get some more knowledge about that particular R. But anyhow, 7 days is sufficient, guys. 7 days knowledge is sufficient. Because here it is not the concept of R. We are going to learn the machine learning concepts. How to apply them in Python, how to apply this in R. That is the only difference I have to show you. Almost all same concepts actually, guys. So really don't require to learn the other things actually. So conceptually, we already covers in Python classes, same concepts as it is with the R language. For 7 days, it is sufficient, guys. Whatever the classes I'm going to teach you in this NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, Seaborn, machine learning, everything I'll cover in 7 days because it is only just an implementation. We need not to understand the concepts for that. Concepts are already covered before. Only thing is we'll understand how to implement them. Okay. So the main discussion here is why Python, why R? Why not Java? Why not other languages, guys? Main reason here is the Python and R is going to provide you a lot of libraries actually, guys. They will provide you a lot of libraries. They will provide you a lot of libraries to work with our Python actually, guys. To work with our Python or working with R, it is going to be provides you a lot of libraries are there. Libraries are nothing but, guys, something ready to work. You really don't require to write any functional codes, guys. To perform some operation, no coding is required. You need not to write any code for that. Everything is going to be available as a function. So anyhow, function or a method, whatever we call it as actually, guys. Anyhow, I'll make you understand what is the difference between a function and a method. Whatever it may be, leave it, does not matter. Everything is readily available as a function or a method. Just we have to call the function or we have to just call the method to implement some functionality, guys. These functions, methods, classes, everything will be coming from the libraries. So Python provides you a lot of inbuilt, sorry, guys. A lot of inbuilt libraries are going to be provided actually, guys. Just we have to download them, and we have to download them, import them, and start using them actually, guys. You really don't require to write any code. No coding is required, guys. You will enjoy working with the Python, because we will forget about while once you start your course of machine learning, you will forget about that you are a programmer here now. We are not programmers here, guys. We are data scientists. Data scientists are non-programmers. So to solve a particular problem, what is going to be the algorithms we have to use? What is the math behind them? What is going to be the stats, whatever the mathematical concept behind them? That is what we are going to be learning the techniques actually, guys. So really we enjoy learning this data science course actually, guys. Really will enjoy them, because something different from programming. Something different from programming. We are not going to become a Python developers after this class actually, guys. We don't become a Python developers. We are going to become an ML experts or ML engineers, what we are going to call ourselves actually. So just I want to tell you, I just want to give you some environments which we have to be familiar with them actually, guys. What kind of softwares we have to require? All are open sources, guys. You really don't require to pay any money for them. You really don't require to buy any licensing for them. Everything is going to be an open source, guys. You know what is an open source? You are free to use, not only free to use, guys, you are free to distribute it also. If you want, you can sell that code to somebody as your product also. It's a free to distribute. It's not like your Microsoft and some other products actually. You can use them, but you can't distribute them. But these are completely open sources only, guys. Anyhow, I'll tell you some tools actually, guys, some of the tools which you require. So if you can download, you can just make it download before the next class. Anyhow, in the next class also, I'm going to tell you the applications, guys. So mainly to work with the Python or R, whatever it may be, guys. First of all, we have to download a base system first of all. First of all, we'll work with the base system, guys. That is what generally we call it as a base system, what we are going to call it as. Base system means which is going to comes only just with some basic features actually, guys. Like a console application will come actually. So anyhow, right now I'm not going to be working with the Python. So anyhow, in the next class, I'll tell you the official website of the Python is going to be www. which is going to be nothing but python.org, guys. First of all, we have to download the base Python system. We have to download it actually, guys. This will install you the base system in your machine. A base system will be installed actually, guys. We have a multiple options to work. One is going to be like a console application, that is going to be GUI, and we are going to be having something like a command prompt also. Two options are available, guys. There is going to be a command prompt interface will be there, as well as some a little bit graphical actually, though it is not a complete graphical also, guys. We generally just looks like a graphical user interface. Coming to this GUI, the tool is going to be what we call it as an IDLE. It is going to be, it is not IDEL, it is going to be IDLE actually, guys. It is an IDE, what we are going to call it as an IDE, guys, which is what we are going to call it as an IDE, what we call it as. As well as there is a command prompt is also there actually, guys. So just I'll show you some official website of this one. It is not a commercial one, guys. For example, if you open Microsoft.com actually, guys. If you open a Microsoft.com, it's a commercial company actually. So how the website looks like, a good graphics, a very, very good graphics, a very beautiful colors, animations. So many things are going to be there, right? It is going to be something, the official website will be like this actually, guys. Whereas whenever our Python or R language, they're not commercial companies. So they don't have money to invest on all this maintenance and all these things actually, guys. If you see your python.org actually, guys, this is your official website, guys. The python.org, if you see that, it just looks like we don't have that much animated kind of things actually, guys. Simple page. That's it. This is your official web page actually, guys. If you look at the R website, guys, it just looks like a block. Even this at least Python is having some kind of an colors and all these things, guys. R language, just like if you see the R language official website, you don't feel that it is like a web page actually. It is just like a blog. It appears like something like how the blog sites will be there, no? Like that it is going to be appears actually, guys. I think 3.10 is the latest version actually, guys. You have to download that particular 3.10. Open sources will support all kinds of operating systems. Windows, Linux, Mac, any kind of an operating systems. You can just download them, guys. You can just download depending on your operating systems. So this is going to be Python 3.10, guys. You can just download that particular Python 3.10, a very small file, guys. Just install it. Just it is going to be install it actually, guys. I'm not showing the installation. It's a very easy installation, guys. And one more thing, guys, as you are learning data science means expecting that I'm not saying that you should be having the knowledge about all the things, guys. The way of thinking should be very, very smart. So the idea here is whenever you hear something, immediately you have to start searching from them. You should not expect everything that somebody will teach us. Whenever we see a new thing, immediately you have to start studying about that. A lot of research is required actually, guys. When you go to the deep learning, I'll share you some research papers actually. You have to study the research papers basically. So how the research is done, what are the basic criteria behind them, whatever the basic background behind them. We have to study as a data scientist, you should know how to study the research papers. So we'll use the research papers actually, guys. For every algorithm, there's research papers will be there. We have to study the research papers. Okay, fine. So whenever, as I'm saying that, your learning should be very smart actually, guys. The way, even once you learn your data science, guys, once you start learning your data science, your behavior, the way of thinking also changes because you will come completely outside. That means you are completely, we forgot about that we are programmers here now. Everything we prefer to learn, everything we'll prefer to learn by ourselves. So that should be some the behavior or some kind of the way of thinking of a data scientist actually. So okay, so whenever we talk about this particular Python official website, just download and install it actually, guys. Expecting that you should be very smart way. You should be very smart way. So how to install it? I don't show you. You have to install it. It's very easy. It does not have any problem. If you're having any issues, I'll tell you. These are going to be the issues actually, guys. So Python installation actually, just a small exe file will be there. Run it and just apply the application, guys. So expecting that, because some maybe who do not have some ideas, some skills there may not be required. They may not have the idea about some of the shortcut keys and all these things. You should be familiar with them applications, guys. Okay. Anyhow, once if we install the Python, guys, this is going to be what we are going to be getting actually. So I'll just show you. There is going to be a Python which is going to be coming like this. You can see the Python, guys. It is a 3.10, whatever we can see. As I told you, this is going to be the Python ideal, what we are going to call it as. We'll start from here, guys. Beginning, we are going to start from here only. Beginning, we are going to start from here only, guys. Directly, we don't use it is going to be, we don't use a higher level IDEs actually. This is the basic IDE which we are going to use this actually, guys. Python 3.10.0. So we can see October 4th, 2021. And you can see that particular prompt actually, guys. Everything just enter command prompt only, guys. We don't write any, that also is fine. That also is going to be fine. Just we can run an application, guys. Just we are going to be running some basic application, guys. That's it. We don't write any applications here now. This is going to be one prompt, guys. Otherwise, I told you there is going to be another prompt is also going to be there. Generally, we don't use them. Generally, we don't use them, but there are going to be some options are going to be there actually, guys. If you open the same thing, you can see there is going to be just a command prompt is going to be there actually, guys. This is going to be a command prompt. So this is going to be, and both of them are same only, no difference at all, guys. Every command is the same, everything is going to be the same. Otherwise, I can work in another way also, guys. I can just open my command prompt. And I can say py. That's it. It will connect to my application. Same thing. Python 3.1.0. You can see the same thing on Windows 32. Type help. Everything is going to be the same message only, guys. Same thing, same as it is. I can go work on this. This is my command prompt. But I prefer to work with this ideal actually, guys. Anyhow, in the next class, please install it. Anyhow, in the next class, I'll talk about installation. Please install it. I can start with the implementation in the next class itself. In the next class, I'll just start with some basics. I'm going to be starting with this. Okay, but this is not a comfortable one, guys. This is not going to be a comfortable one. Anyhow, later we are going to discuss them, guys. We have a multiple tools to be gets installed actually, guys. Multiple tools are there. All are open sources. You really don't require to install them, guys. Because though it is a GUI-based IDE, it's not that much comfortable in the overall. Next 3 or 4 days only we'll use it actually, guys. After that, we'll prefer to use some other IDEs actually. So I'll tell you some of the popular IDEs, guys. Some of the popular IDEs which we are going to be gets working with them. So I'll tell you which one you have to install. Right now, you don't install it, guys. I'm just giving some ideas about them. So there are going to be some kind of a different kinds of IDEs are going to be there, which we are going to be using, guys. Some of the popular IDEs I'll tell you, guys. One is going to be nothing but, I think, PyCharm. So most of the, anyhow, I'll tell you I'm going to tell you that application later. So PyCharm is basically used by most of the Python developers will use this actually, guys. Most of the Python developers uses this particular one. Yes. Kishore, I think you are saying that you are working on Python. So which IDE you generally uses? Which IDE you are going to be using, Kishore? Okay, fine. Let's continue. Fine, guys. Okay, so there is no response from Naval Kishore. Okay, so let's continue, guys. Okay, are you there? Yeah, you using Spider. Okay, fine. Okay. Fine, guys. There are some multiple IDEs. Anyhow, I'm going to tell you about those particular IDEs actually. So one of the popular is going to be nothing but, guys, which is going to be what we can say that it is a PyCharm. Okay, so one is going to be PyCharm actually, guys. There are multiple IDEs are there. So PyCharm, then other one is going to be Spider, as somebody is saying that is going to be used as the Spider actually, guys. It is going to be uses some kind of a Spider what we are going to be gets uses actually. Apart from that, it is going to be, as somebody is saying that it is a Jupyter notebook actually, guys. Yes, absolutely. We use a Jupyter notebook only, guys. Mainly for our data science, we prefer this one actually, guys, a Jupyter notebook actually. There is going to be, yes, absolutely, Visual Studio Code, VS Code. These are going to be some of the popular IDs actually, guys. PyCharm, Spider, which is going to be Jupyter Notebook, and Jupyter Notebook and VS Code. What we are going to be gets users actually. Not only this, there are so many other IDs are also there. Generally, they are not that much popular. These are the popular IDs actually, guys. There are so many other IDs are there, but these are some popular actually. Mostly PyCharm is used by Python developers. Spider, that also mostly the Python developers for scientific computing, they use as a Spider actually. Jupyter Notebook, guys, mostly the data science people use as the Jupyter Notebook actually. There are so many environments are there actually, guys. So many environments are there to work with them. Generally, when you work with the open sources, we have multiple opportunities. We have a multiple options are there. Which one is comfortable, you use it actually, guys. So I'm not asking to install Jupyter Notebook right now, guys. Don't install it also. Don't try to install Jupyter Notebook, because we use as something called as one of the Python distribution. We use it actually, guys. We use as one of the Python distribution, guys. That Python distribution is going to be nothing but what we are going to call it as the Anaconda Python. We are going to use it, guys. It is going to be Anaconda Python. Sorry. It is going to be nothing but the Anaconda Python actually, guys. It's a Python distribution, which is basically designed for machine learning, data science, and deep learning applications actually, guys. Mainly for our data science, whatever the kit, because base system does not comes with all your utilities, guys. Whatever you require does not, all of them does not comes. It's only just a base system. Just like when you buy your computer, it will just comes only with your operating system. After that, you have to install all your required softwares. These Python distributions are not like this, guys. It comes along with your base system, and all your required utilities will come as a package, like an MS Office, it will come. It's a Python distributions, what we call them as actually, guys. So there are so many Python distributions are there. We are going to be using Anaconda Python as one of the Python distribution, guys. Because Anaconda Python is one of the Python distribution basically designed for our data science. If you install Anaconda Python, I'll tell you later, don't install it, guys. You will get so many tools actually, guys. I'll tell you what is Anaconda Python, how to use it, how to install it, I'll tell you later. It comes with Jupyter Notebook. It comes with Pyder. Not only this, there are so many other utilities also will comes actually, guys. So many other utilities will come. So don't install this separately, guys. Don't install Spider. Don't install Jupyter Notebook separately. If you try to install Anaconda Python, that is going to be sufficient. Right now, don't install it, guys. First, if it is possible, you just try to install only the base system. That is only just try to install Python. Don't try to install Anaconda Pythons. Later, I'll tell you how to install it. This is only just giving some idea. What are the other things we are going to be gets working actually, guys. So if you want, you can just go to this anaconda.com actually, guys. It is a Python distribution actually, guys. Anaconda.com. If I just go to the anaconda.com, you can see this particular one, guys. Actually, it is a commercial one. It's a pricing, but there is a community edition will be there actually, guys. An open source distribution will be there. We use as this. Remaining all are commercial products actually. You have to pay some licensing for them. But the completely Anaconda is a platform, you can say, guys. Completely, it is going to be a data science technology for human sense making. All your utilities, whatever that is required, we are going to be using directly with the help of this Anaconda Python, guys. This is what we are going to use this. All utilities will come, guys. Anyhow, don't worry. Later, I'm going to guide you how to install it. But we have to install the individual edition, guys, because it's a free version. There is an individual edition will be there. We use as the individual edition actually, guys. Just we'll download them and we do it actually, guys. With over 25 million users worldwide, the open source individual edition distribution is the easiest way to perform Python or R data science and machine learning on a single machine developed for solo practitioners. It is a toolkit that equips you to work with thousands of open source packages and libraries actually, guys. These are ready to use it actually, guys. As I told you, Jupyter Notebook will come, Spider will come, TensorFlow will come, PyTorch will come, a bouquet will come, SciPy will come, NumPy will come, sklearn will come, Matplotlib will come, the Matplotlib will come. Everything is going to be comes as a package only, guys. You can just install it and we can work with our applications actually. Later, I'll tell you guys, it's an Anaconda navigator. A lot of utilities will come actually, guys. Okay. So later we do it. Right now we don't require it, guys. Just download it and we have to install it. Size is a little bit larger size and take some time also, guys, because it's like a distribution. It's like a package. Okay. And same as it is, if you want to work with the R language, guys, I'll show you the R website actually, guys. It is going to be r-project.org. You know the difference between .com and .org, guys. Look at the website, guys. Look at the R official website, guys. This is an R official website actually, guys. It just looks like a blog. It just looks like a blog. This is your web page actually, guys. This is your official website. So there we can just download this particular R actually, guys. Just we can download it. Don't worry. Later I'll tell you how to install it actually, guys. Can you see? It is going to be nothing but the R for Windows. If you go for here, that is going to be nothing but the base system, what we have to install it actually, guys. This is nothing but our base system. The binaries for the base distributions. This is what you have to install R for the first time. If you just click on that, it will be gets installed. This is an R official website actually, guys. r-project.org. This is your official website. Okay, just look like this, guys, how the open source websites will be looking like and how the commercial sites actually, guys. If you open oracle.com, this is going to be a commercial company actually, guys. So a good web pages, it is going to be some kind of an animations. Lot of things are going to be there because for their maintenance, they will spend a lot of money. But these don't maintain any, they don't spend any monies actually, guys. They're open sources actually. They don't get any income from anything. It is just for some kind of they want to make the use. They don't want to get any money from them. They are going to be just like a non-profit organizations. They don't want to income. They don't want to earn any income or money from the particular usages. They want to use their utilities openly for everybody. Then only everybody can get some advantage of this one. Okay. So that's why this is going to be what the official website of R. And this is going to be our official website of, which is going to be nothing but the python.org, guys. Later we'll work on them. If it is possible, try to install it, guys. Now, anyhow, in the coming classes, we are going to discuss about them. Just download and install it actually, guys. Okay. Okay, so these are going to be some of the tools, some of the utilities we are going to use them, guys. And there are going to be other online resources are also available, guys. So Jupyter Notebook is going to work with your local system. Your local system is going to be equipped with something like a CPU, guys. While working with this particular the deep learning applications, more and more computations are required actually, guys. That's why we require a little bit high configuration systems are required, guys. A little bit higher configurations. Like we are going to use GPUs. GPUs is nothing but we know them, guys. It's an gaming laptops will be there. So the gaming laptops uses the GPUs actually. GPUs are going to be better than the CPUs, guys. Very higher configurations, guys. It's a little bit costlier also. GPUs are highly costlier than your CPUs actually. So you are going to use some kind of an GPUs and TPUs, but you can't buy the systems. There are some online resources are there actually, guys. Later I'll tell you. Google is going to be providing you a notebook called as Google Note. It's nothing but Google Collaboratory, guys, which we simply call it as an Google Collab. There are going to be some kind of a Google Collab is there, or even we can use Kaggle notebooks also, guys. So there are some online platforms are there, guys. Kaggle is going to be one of the online platform specifically dedicated for data science. You can just go to kaggle.com and we can verify them, guys. It's one of online platform where you can get all the resources and all these things. We can get it actually, guys. It's a kaggle.com. It's going to be a kaggle.com actually, guys. So here we can just create some kind of an the notebooks, whatever we can create it. And from there also we can use, they're going to provide you a lot of utilities for them, guys. I'll tell you later we are going to be working with them actually. Okay. So don't worry about them. Later we are going to be working about all these applications actually, guys. Okay. So there we can create some kind of a notebooks and all these things we can create. There also we can work with them actually, guys. So you can see some kind of an, we can see some kind of an, your accelerator quota is going to be there. We'll work on them applications later. Kaggle notebooks we are going to be using actually, guys. Better is going to be, see, these are open source products. So better is always, it is going to be open source operating systems. Better is going to be always Linux is going to be the better actually, guys. So that is going to be the better. But the most problem here is because everybody may not be familiar with the Linux systems actually. So that's why what generally we do is we'll prefer to work with the Windows systems only we are going to work. But recommended is going to be open source systems, open source operating systems only, which is going to be like Linux or any Unix systems. We are going to prefer them actually. Yep. Fine, guys. So like this, we have a multiple options are there, guys. We have a multiple options are going to be there. So we can use like Google Colab or Kaggle notebooks where you can get a free GPUs will come actually, guys. Main thing is without spending any money, you will be getting some kind of a GPUs will come. So you can just feel the powerfulness of GPUs, guys. Very faster, very faster actually, guys. Compare with your normal CPU based systems, GPUs and TPUs are very faster actually, guys. We have a different types of GPUs are there. There are some different versions, just like how our CPUs are there, your GPUs are also going to be there actually, guys. You can also add the powerfulness of GPU to your system also, guys. Even GPUs will come just like your normal, like what we can say is some external connected devices actually, guys. Just like you will be getting sound, your sound cards, your Wi-Fi cards will come externally, as a dongles will get it, Even GPUs also will comes like a dongles actually, guys. That will be little bit lower configuration, but little bit higher costly actually, guys. In Amazon, you can find them. Just even if a system is not configured with GPU, just you can buy that particular GPU device, just connect through the USB port. So your system will get a GPU actually, guys. So you can find it. You can find it in the Amazon. You can find such kind of a devices. So I think it will be costlier, little bit costlier will be there, but lower configurations. So we can just get that GPU into your system. If you want to really buy a GPU based systems, it will be little bit costlier. So minimal, you have to spend some around 60, 70,000. based on your requirement, you can spend a little bit more and more money. You can spend it actually, guys. Yeah. So coming to the hardware resources, those are going to be our requirements basically, guys. Fine. So it does not matter, guys. So we have multiple options are there, free to use. There are so many options that are available with you. Which one is comfortable for you? You can use them, guys. Anyhow, we use Jupyter notebooks. Sometimes I'm going to use Google Colabs also, as well as even Kaggle notebooks also. We are going to use them, guys. Easy to share. Kaggle notebooks can be easily shared actually, guys. Google Colabs are going to be easily, we can share them. Directly in the drive, they will be created. Directly Google Colabs, your collaboratory notebooks, directly they will save it in the Google Drive. Easily we can share them. Every day we need not upload and do that. Kaggle notebooks also very easy to share to you. And main advantage is you can get some powerfulness of GPUs, CPUs, and all these things. We are going to get it actually, yes. So once I'll show you some a quick review of just whatever our main what is exactly our main plan, what is going to be our journey, which I'm going to discuss them actually, guys. I think already my backend team already shared you the details, but anyhow, guys, just I want to tell you my journey, how I'm going to discuss them. So the first we are going to start with the core Python, guys. It is going to be core Python. Then the next one is going to be nothing but we'll start with the core Python, guys. Then we are going to be discussing about some kind of a NumPy modules where we are going to work with arrays, etc. It is n-dimensional arrays, guys. Maximum, I think you have seen one-dimensional arrays or two-dimensional arrays. Whereas in NumPy, we are going to see 3-dimension, 4-dimension, ND arrays, what we call it as, guys. Next one is going to be nothing but we work with the pandas actually, guys. Pandas basically works with data frames. Like your tables, your data sets, data frames, we are going to work them, guys. Next is going to be a data visualization, guys, where we are going to use matplotlib and seaborn actually. It's a matplotlib and it is going to be seaborn. Not only them, guys, we are having so many other data visualization tools. Like even pandas also do some kind of a data visualizations. Apart from that, we are having a bouquet. And apart from that, we are having plotly. Like this, we are having multiple libraries for data visualizations, guys. Then our main course curriculum will start actually, guys. Main course curriculum means ML. First, we are going to start with machine learning, guys. Mainly for machine learning, we are going to be using the library, what we are going to call it as sklearn, guys, which we are going to call it as a scikit-learn actually. A scientific kit for machine learning actually, guys. The complete kit for scientific learning actually, guys. If you want, you can verify. All these are open sources only, guys. All these are open source libraries, guys. So you can just go to online and you can verify, which is going to be nothing but sklearn actually, guys, which is going to be nothing but sklearn in Python. This is going to be nothing but the website. It is going to be nothing but a community contributed actually, guys. It's a contribution to Python. It's not developed by Python community. It is going to be scikit-learn, a machine learning in Python actually, guys. You can see scikit-learn. It is an org. Yesterday I used some words now, guys. I think I have been used some kind of a words actually. Classification, regression, what is continuous, what is categorical, some kind of an example, guys. Spam detections, image recognitions. So it is going to be stock prices, drug response, something like that. These are going to be some kind of a regressions actually, guys. Okay, we'll see all of them actually, guys. So who uses the scikit-learn actually, guys? There's so many are there. So completely dedicated for machine learning applications, guys. So once the machine learning is over, then we move to the deep learning, guys. In deep learning, basically we are going to use as Keras, and we are going to use as TensorFlow, guys. And we are going to be using so many modules are there, guys. Keras, TensorFlow. We are going to use a PyTorch. Okay, as well as these are all Python libraries only, guys. Keras, TensorFlow. It is a TensorFlow, PyTorch, OpenCV. Okay, and we are going to use a YOLO. There are etc. there, guys, which we are going to be learning as part of the deep learning applications, guys. After that, we are going to be using NLP, guys. In NLP, we are going to use NLTK. It is going to be Natural Language Toolkit. So coming to NLP, we use as NLTK, guys. Here we'll see how to develop the chatbots. We'll see how to develop the chatbots actually, guys. How the chatbots will work, how to develop a chatbot actually. After that, we are going to be using even, there are going to be some kind of an cloud services actually, guys. Like we are going to be using Azure, or it may be AWS, or it may be Google Cloud. It's a GCP, Google Cloud Platforms, etc. Whatever it may be, guys. You will be working on the Azure actually, guys. You will be working with the Azure, how to do all the deployments and all these things. We see them actually, guys. Deployment into the cloud, all the deployment related things. We do this actually, guys. Like this, we are going to be having this particular cloud applications. Then we are going to learn something related to R language actually, guys. Completely related to R. And after that, we are going to be learning something like a big data systems actually, guys. Some introduction to big data systems, but anyhow, we don't go deep into them, but just some ideas, guys, some kind of an add-ons. Like in big data, we are going to learn Spark. We are going to use a Spark framework and all these things. We learn it actually, guys. And after that, we are going to be having some introduction to even a tool like Power BI actually, guys. Like that, even reinforcement learning actually. At the last, we are going to be learning the reinforcement learnings, guys. So for every module, not only module, guys, for every topic, you will be given some kind of an POCs will be given to it. You can just start studying about them. You can work with them, and you can just get some information about that, and you can start working on them, guys. So many things are going to be there, which we are going to coming in our applications. Anyhow, don't worry. In deep learning only, we'll see all the CNNs, RNNs. So all these are going to be comes under deep learning actually, guys. Recurrent neural networks, convolution neural networks, artificial neural networks. All these things are part of your DL actually. The deep learning modules will work with them actually, guys. Yes, for deployment, version control is required. Yes, obviously it is going to be required. Okay, fine. So anyhow, this is going to be the basic ideas, guys. That is what we are going to be working with them. And these are some of the topics we are going to discuss them, guys. Still we have a 2 because I didn't highlighted all the main topics, but still we are having some of the topics are going to be there. But these are the main important topics actually, guys. 11 to 12 topics are there, which we are going to cover in a schedule of which is going to be 4 months. Okay. But as I told you guys, some of the topics I'm going to be discussing like a workshops, like Sundays will take it actually, guys. Like chatbots, I'll take a Sundays classes. Like R, a Sundays classes, big data, Sundays classes, Power BI, it's a Sundays classes. So these are going to be something out of the discussion, out of our main course curriculum. That's why just as a workshop, we are going to be learning them actually, guys. As like a workshop, we will learn them. So we'll conduct some Sundays classes. Anybody can join. It's a free workshops we'll conduct. You can join the workshops and you can complete this particular contents there. Remaining is main topics, which we are going to discuss in our classes. Fine, guys. So that's it, guys. This is going to be my plan for our journey. So we are ready to start our journey actually, guys, from the next class. So as a on account of festival, which is we are celebrating Sankranti, and the Bogi, whatever it may be. Some other peoples are also celebrating across the India. We have multiple states are celebrating different festivals actually. So coming next 4 days, guys, we don't have you don't have our classes actually. So your next class will be on the Monday, that is on the 17th of Jan actually, guys. So your next class will be on the 17th of Jan, and where we are going to start with our the main course curriculum, guys. These are all demo classes, just like an introductory classes. So what topics we learn, what we are going to learn, how we are going to learn, what is our plan, etc. So your regular classes will be starting on 17th, that is on the Monday. Okay, guys, our journey starts from there. I'll start with the core Python, guys. Introduction to Python, and we are going to do some installation. I'm going to start with some basics of Python actually, guys. Okay, almost all 2 or 3 days. It's a beginning classes, basic classes. After that, we'll just move a little bit, go it a little bit higher level in our course curriculum, guys. Okay, so just for today, I'll end up the session, guys. Okay, just for it as a demo classes. I don't want to spend more time. So your regular classes will be starting from Mondays onwards, guys. Okay, so please contact DURGASOFT people for any inquiries, whatever the questions you have. So if you have any technical questions, guys, you can directly talk to me. You can discuss with me. Anything relevant to all the fees payments and all these things, you can just discuss with my backend team. They'll get back to you. And if you have any queries related to them, just discuss with them. technical questions you can discuss with me, guys. Okay. So that's it for the today's class, guys. So I'll take about any questions from your side. Anyone, guys, if you have any questions? Anyone, guys, any questions? If you have any questions, we'll discuss it and then we'll wind up the session for today and we'll start our journey from the Monday's class. Any questions, guys? No one? Yeah. Thank you, guys. Thanks all of you. Yeah. We'll hope you all of you. We'll see all of you in the regular classes, guys. From Monday onwards, we'll start our journey actually, guys. Fine. Yeah, we'll be having a WhatsApp group will be there, Swati. We'll create a WhatsApp group just 1 or 2 days because we have to confirm still how many students are going to be joining and all these things. So once the regular classes starts, within 1 or 2 days, we'll create a WhatsApp group also. Okay, fine. Yes, Deepthi, thank you and wish you a happy Sankranti. So wish you all of you guys happy Sankranti and celebrate. So please be safe because pandemic is increasing. So please be safe and we'll start our journey on the Monday's class, guys. Thank you all of you and we'll meet directly on the Monday's class. Thank you all of you guys. Have a nice day.